So CTV has been something we got in early. Post-COVID and during COVID, there was so much growth in streaming and consumers spending a ton of time watching, which was certainly, that made us spend more time paying attention to trends. Of course, we want to be wherever consumers are spending time. So as the rise of streaming grew, so did our interest. And at the time, it was a supplement for traditional television. And as we've been moving forward, and so many of the different media companies are thinking of ways for it to become a two-way interaction, more interactive, ways that you can engage a consumer, and really moving into commerce, it's become even more interesting because you're getting so many audiences, at younger audiences, more diverse audiences, and on top of that, you have a way to engage them. So that trend has been really exciting to see.
Well, just to pick up on the commerce thing, you guys, have a very particular product that's sold through dealers. How does that funnel work in terms of interactive advertising, retail, and closing the deal, or building awareness?
Right, that's true. For us, commerce is a little bit different. Our dealers are critically important to us, and the actual interaction with the customer to close the deal will continue to happen in our dealerships. But in terms of making it, the shopping can be more interactive, and our ability to get the consumer from interest in a segment to shopping for a vehicle is really interesting to us. And we have that ability now in that touch point as well as many other digital touch points.
So you've bought television for a long time. How is buying CTV, and tell us a little about the strategy and sort of what your expectations are and maybe things you'd like to have improved perhaps in that buying process.
Sure. So buying CTV is very akin to buying digital. It may be bought in a fashion that's similar to television in terms of an upfront and locking in the type of inventory that you want with the partners that you want. But the step it goes further is the ability to be super specific about the audiences that you want to reach, and we've been used to doing that in digital for so long, but it's really helpful to be able to get to the audiences we want and then match that to the context that they may be most interested in, and that ability to toggle and be a little bit more precise, it's a really special part of CTV, complementing what we're doing with more traditional television.
So Marla, one thing that's really interesting is generative AI around scalable advertising. We've been covering the whole idea of optimized advertising, creative optimization around ads. We've been talking about it. It seems like it's happening. What's exciting to you around creativity and advertising, and how that's different from maybe the traditional film that you've produced so well over these years?
Yes. So generative AI is what everybody's talking about. I mean, at this conference here, you can't even move 3 feet without someone talking about Gen AI. And I think we're just at the very beginning of understanding how to harness the capabilities there. We do see a ton of promise in using Gen AI to help us be more personalized. So we know what vehicle you're shopping for, and let's show you an ad that's more honed in on the vehicle you want, maybe in the environment that you might be in, closer to home, show you mountains if you live in Colorado, show you the beach if you live in Miami, and make sure that we have the vehicle we know you're most interested in to help get you closer and closer to making a purchase from your initial, because it's a very long purchase cycle, and we have to continue to be repetitively reaching people to continue to remind them of what vehicle they might be interested in and the segment they might be interested in. And Gen AI is just going to make that ability to personalize that so much more efficient than what we've been doing in the past. So testing and learning around that. We're spending a lot of time thinking about how we test and learn and how to get the technology aligned to be able to do that in a scalable way.
And finally, we've spoken about addressable TV for a number of years, and it's meant addressable through the cable box primarily, and you know that Marla has a Ford, the lease will expire and we should contact her, but the notion of addressability has really changed as the media has changed. What does addressability mean for you?
Yes, addressability is really using the right signal that we can get in as precise and specific a way as we can get it, and addressable TV that we've been doing forever is still an important part. of our plan, and we're talking about other addressable means, and even working with the manufacturers as they can get us data through their technology to know what's happening instead of minute by minute, second by second. And the more we can get precise, the better we can do to hone the message that we want and the environment in which it shows up.
Well, as you look to 2025, what's exciting for you in terms of either innovation or media platforms, media types that you see great investment opportunities or promising investment opportunities? How do you see your palette evolving next year?
I think it's along the lines we're talking about here. Regardless of the screen or the surface, how can we break through and make people move quickly, they scroll and thumb quickly, the ability to find the right content that matches where they are and what they need at that time. So we're bringing value, we're making the shopping easier, we're bringing them into our product suite, we're getting them excited about, they may have just started looking in a segment, but we're going to show them the best product we have. Like if they're shopping and they're looking for an SUV, we need to make sure they see the Ford Bronco and the best that they can about that vehicle. It's super exciting and people get really passionate about it, but we need that to jump off the screen. So we need to find the right types of units in the right contextual environments. So we're breaking through in the right ways, knowing what people are interested in and delivering that about our product in the right environment.